I was just thinking a little bit more about what is light. You know, there's this whole battle. I feel like that's going on. It's been going on. People think it's a battle, but for me, it's not. It's like, what is light? People say there's light and dark, but really, anything that you can see is light. It doesn't matter. If it looks dark, it's light. True nothingness is non-existent, which means that anything that you're witnessing, anything you are witnessing, is light. Doesn't matter what color it is, it's light. So, well then what is light if that's the case? Light is just feedback. You know, people try and collapse it down into like different mechanisms and sine waves and fucking just oscillations of damn particles, but really they're blind. You know, but they're still getting some form of feedback, but they have their fucking blinders up and they're getting a sensation, you know, which is this mechanism of work and reward. But light is just feedback from the system. That's all light is. And it's giving you feedback, and then you're working with that feedback to try and gain more feedback. That's all light is. And so really, like, whatever form of feedback you're getting is the light that you're receiving, which lights up your life, which then provides you with a sense of direction. And once you have a sense of direction, then you can live and move in a bunch of different directions to receive different forms of feedback. You know, and people, based upon their system, based upon this mechanism, receive all different forms of feedback, which is different forms of light. You know, but ultimately I can collapse all of it into just the concept, this one concept of light, and create like an ultimate light with it. But, you know, not getting down there. It's like, you know, they say, oh, well, light coming from the light bulb, but it's like, they don't get it, they don't understand. It's like, that's the feedback from the system that they're working within, like this network, where it's like, to be able to pay that bill, there's a whole circuit where it's like paying that bill, they're working to make this money, or, you know, currency or whatever the fuck, right, to push into the current, which is then providing the light through the system, which, you know, is giving them this sensation of orientation, which they then move from, toward, away from, or whatever, you know. And that's all it is, isn't it? Like, I can explain it better than the physicists in that way, you know. It might be hard for them because it's so fucking probably bright as fuck compared to the light that they're looking through. Really. And so for, you know, someone to just step over that plane, I don't know. But, you know, it's like this whole thing of like relativity. And I was like looking through my shit, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, I feel like I just explained relativity better than I've ever heard it explained before. And it wasn't even like using like it was just using my own language, just like writing. I was like, oh shit, you know. And then the whole universal theory. You know, honestly, I feel like I could actually do that in a bunch of different ways, where it's like I connect everybody through chaos or discord, and no one is seeing the exact same thing. Or I could actually do it the extreme reverse pull and connect everybody through unison and one sun and one light and one direction. It's just like, you know, grand unifying theory. I was like, hey, I got that fucking solved as well. Easy peasy in the fucking page. And, you know, and the same shit with the other stuff as well. It's just like, honestly though, it's like me trying to explain that form of light to like somebody who doesn't look at like the whole mechanism of like light coming through their light bulb in their fucking room, but realizing that that's just the feedback from the system, because obviously they're putting in the work to be able to turn that light on. And that's the system talking to them in a very roundabout and indirect manner, but it still is. And you know, they leave this house and they do all this work on pen and paper, but it's then, you know, manifesting itself later on is they're then going out and kind of reversing themselves through pretty much the hoops that they already jumped by looking through another lens. But anyways, I digress.